So this is an overview of how you can share things currently on FeedFeedFeed. We've got the ability to share with a couple different options here, which I'll show you. So if you happen on an entry that you'd like to do a share with or share with somebody, while you're hovering over it, you can just click the right mouse button and that will bring up the share menu. You can also, if you happen to have locked the entry by clicking on it, you can go up here to the share icon to do that. So that brings up the share menu here. You can click on the plus button if you would like to add an email share, which would just be the friendly name that you want to share or want to see in the list, and then the email address. Or you can add a FriendFeed account, which is the username, and then you have to go generate a remote key, which is a concept that FriendFeed has. You can go and find that under your account settings, I believe. And then, of course, there is Twitter with the username and password that you have on Twitter. So once you set up any feed targets that you've got, you can share with as many as you want by just selecting them here in the list, and we'll go ahead and do an example of three different kinds here: the email, Twitter, and FriendFeed. And at that point, you can just hit send, and it'll send this entry with the title and a link to the original post entry. You can also put an optional comment if you like, which would be something like this. And the other option you have is if there's a certain bit of information you want to quote from the entry, which a lot of times you want to do that. For example, and this is a pretty horrific thing that can happen that you would want to kind of point out. You can just highlight some text, and as soon as you let go of that highlight, it will add it on here to show you that it's going to add it to the post. If you want to remove that, you can click this X and it'll remove that. So you can do as many highlights as you want. For example, we highlight some more text, and it puts that there. We can just remove that if we don't want it. So at this point, you can go ahead and just hit send. And we'll show you an example. Here's what it looks like from the email. Has your comment here, your picture, your name, and whatnot. And then the in this case, since we had some text that we pulled out in a quote, it has that there. And then a link to the original post. And there's also this little icon that people can actually add this feed, the Inquisitor in this case, to their feed if they want to do that. And then we'll go ahead and check Twitter. To see, doing a reload. Here we go. Of course, the comment is going to be truncated to make sure that it fits in here in Twitter's wonderful 140 limit, and then it has a short link to the actual entry. And then on FriendFeed, it has the post here as the actual entry, so it's got the name of the post and a link to the actual site. And then it has your comment in the comments here, so that you can start a thread of conversation if you'd like to do that on FriendFeed. So that's all there is to sharing right now. Let us know if you have any feedback, of course, using the feedback link down here. And thanks for watching.